Okay, this question is from DerpZera15, whose question is, how do I improve, or you have your coaching license coming up, you want some suggestions to maybe improve your coaching, or everything that goes into coaching, so you're looking for YouTube channels, books, any suggestions. So I have a few that I think would really help. I think watching Ted Lasso is actually a huge help to coaching, because it kind of teaches that coaching is, yeah, it's about developing players and you know growing your life through soccer, but it's also about teaching, help growing young minds and children, right? You want to always encourage players to do the right thing on and off the field, play with class, and I think Ted Lasso kind of teaches in a fun series, right? In a series, just good moral principles and a lot of life lessons through this dramedy. So I think Ted Lasso is a great resource if you haven't seen that. Another thing you could some rules just to be an effective leader, or at least someone who's got great character. And whether you like him or not, I've come to appreciate Jordan Peterson. So his first and his second book, 12 rules for life, and then the second book is 12 more rules. His book has helped me get jobs. I've been recommended for promotions. I've got raises with reading some of his work. It kind of one of the rule is don't lie, or at least it says tell the truth, or at least don't lie. I think this is helpful when you're dealing with parents, when you're dealing with kids. You want to be someone. He says he's got this principle, or he talks about how there's the phrase the meek, something how the meek shall inherit the earth. But what he translates it into saying is that it's basically you want to be dangerous but not use your weapons. So using your words, and he compares it to martial arts. He says in martial arts, the more you appreciate that you can really hurt someone, the more peaceful and more calm you'll be. So I think that those are good principles, because you want to be stern, you want to be encouraging, but also command respect when you're coaching a team, or when you're dealing with parents who think that, in coaching you deal with like some kids, and you deal with parents, and you're dealing with opposition. So it's good to have a foundation of not being intimidated by people who may try and take advantage of you in certain situations. So I think listening to his, if you like reading, then reading his books, or if you like audio, listening to his he gives them all away for free in his speeches, so that would be a good investment of your time. Simon Sinek, in terms of a YouTube channel, Simon Sinek, every time I listen to anything Simon Sinek is saying on YouTube, I feel like my IQ raises, and that I become a better leader, and I become a better I just go deeper into myself when I listen to Simon Sinek speak. I think it's Simon, Sinek, I believe is how you spell it. So Simon Sinek, he's helped me raise my ability to coach and ability to communicate and to influence my listening. And he actually shared, he shares that there are players who or not even players, they're people. He gave an example of people who their whole life is oriented around achieving this one goal of being on Broadway, and when they achieve that goal, they actually fall into a deep depression, because all their relationships and their whole life is oriented around this one goal. And what he says is that if you orient your life like that and you achieve this goal, then it's very shallow, and if there's nothing wrong with having it. But what he encourages, he tells a story of a professional football player who grew up in a bad neighborhood, and he used football as the tool to help him not turn to gangs, or to right, turned to crime, and he used football as a tool to grow his life. And he said that the minute that he ended his football career, he was back to helping his community, and it wasn't going pro, which was the goal. The goal has always been and always was using football as a platform and the tool to grow his life. So I thought that really shifted a mindset for me. I've stated that I want to play professionally, but I've taken it at the next level, which is just help one soccer player every day. So Simon Sinek, that would be the third thing, right? So we have Jordan Peterson, we got Simon Sinek, we've got Ted Lasso. The close fourth for coaching. You want to be when you coach. You want to be not only have the most energy, but you want to be you want to be encouraging, right? So you want to reward good behavior and not yell at bad behavior. And if you bring more energy, I had a coach. His name was Doug Nevins. He was a former, I think he got Gatorade Coach of the Year out of New Jersey multiple times. Former pro player, I believe. He would have the most energy than any player on the team, and I think he brought more energy, and this electrified our team. We had more energy because he had more energy. When we connected passes in the air, let's say we had 3 passes connected in the air, he would scream things out like Tantalysis, or someone ripped a volley, scored a volley. He would just yell out in pure joy, and he was just a fun person to coach under. He was hard on the players, but in a good way. And he was so effective because not only was he energetic, but he was knowledgeable. He coached a simple practice routine. The practice routine was always warm up, possession, finishing on goal, crossing and finishing with the team split up into 3 teams, playing to big goals, bumpers on the outside of the team sitting out with 1 touch, so that it kept them involved. And he would end the practice he would cut the game short to end it on a good energy and good movement of the ball. And so I think we would always, me speaking for myself, I would always look forward to his practices because we knew what to expect. They were consistent. He was energetic and encouraging. So I think those are good places to start. So reach out with any questions, and thanks for your time. All right.